My name's Keith. Drive for Duggan Bulk Haulage, based out of Rockhampton, and we just cart general freight, bulk commodities and livestock. My old man was into trucks. The whole family's been around the transport industry. It's pretty much all I know. Been driving trucks now for about 8 years. It's pretty much, I did a bit of truck mechanical before I started driving, but driving's all I've really done. It's just a passion. I've always loved trucks. Ever since I was a kid, everyone wanted to go and play sports on weekends. Not me, I'd rather dick around with trucks and polish and things like that. Typical day for me is, we're down here in Brisbane. We'll run around all day and we'll get all our pickups done, and then we'll head up to Rockhampton for the night. And when we get to Rockhampton, then we'll unload there the next day and reload, and then we'll come back down to Brisbane and do it all again. 75 to 80% of my driving is nighttime. We're normally getting out of Brisbane sort of 3 or 4 in the afternoon, you know, so we're behind the 8 ball already, and it's nighttime before we get a couple of hours up the road. I'd say the most important thing for me driving at night time is A, being able to see what's in front of me, and B, being able to see what's in front of me from a distance. That way I can make a strategic move, whether it be moving to miss wildlife or a pothole so I'm not going to damage freight or damage my truck. You know, it's good to be able to have that distance that you get with the livered lights. Trucks are Kenworth T909, 620 Cummins, 18 speed, 90 tonne rated. Normally on a normal night we're going out about 64 tonne, all up weight. Usual story, can only do 100. So when it comes to stopping, we can't stop like a car. That's the beauty of having the livered lights, is I can see what's in front of me, and if I have to stop, I've got that extra distance that I can see, righto, I need to stop here in a hurry. Whereas with other lights, you know, you don't get that distance, you can't stop in a hurry, and bang, next thing you've hit something. Previously, before the livered Hyperdrive Mark IIs, I had a set of Hell illuminators. To be honest with everyone, they were just an overpriced candle. The standard spotlights, headlights on the truck were pretty much on par with how bright the Hellas were. Before that, I've had Light Force LED 215s, I've had the Nava lights, the LED ones of them, and I've had the Firelight Nemesis 9000s. They were a good light for a halogen, but to me, I think, you know, LEDs come so far in the last 10 years that halogen's becoming an outdated light. They were a good light, but they just didn't stand up. They weren't as tough. You know, some of the roads we go on shake lights to bits, and I can't see these livered lights going to shake to bits. They're too solid. I reckon I could take to them with a hammer and they'd still be going. When I first saw these lights come up on Facebook, I was like most people, like a fat kid in a chocolate shop, just seen them and thought, wow, these things are amazing looking lights. They look bright. I watched the videos like everyone else would have done. The videos just blew me away. I was a bit skeptical at first, and then all it took was one phone call from Dan at Livered. We yapped on the phone for half hour, 40 minutes, and even the most trivial question I asked, Dan answered it honestly and truthfully. He didn't just try and sell me a light. He told me all about the light, what the light's going to do, how it's going to perform. And to be honest, in my industry, doing, you know, 75 to 80% of night driving, it was a no-brainer to buy the lights. They're bright, they backed up with a lifetime warranty. They're just an amazing light. People that are skeptical and on the fence, seriously guys, just jump over the fence and bite the bullet and spend the money. You will not regret it. There's not a lot you can say apart from these lights are fucking amazing. But I don't want to go swearing in your video. The overall lights in general, I couldn't be happier with the output, the usable output and the distance the lights project. They're just a fantastic light. I used to be that guy driving along at night and I'd have to call someone up on the UHF and say, mate, you're gonna have to drop your lights, there's a truck coming at you. Now, I'm that guy that's getting called up. People are telling me, mate, your lights are fucking insane, you're gonna have to turn them down. You know, they're just an unbelievable light. They're safety, really. They really are safe, because now I can just see and see for a long distance, which is an amazing thing to be able to do in our industry. And I've found with the lights, I can drive all night and not get sore eyes at the end of the night like you do with a lot of other light brands. You tend to get sore eyes from the lights. But these things are just unreal. Anyone that wants a set, seriously get a set. I cannot recommend these highly enough. The process of getting the lights was fantastic. Now that I've got the lights, there's absolutely no going back from them. I would not buy another brand of light ever again. I can see myself ending up buying a set of these to put on my ute that gets driven twice a month if it's lucky, just for the sake of having good lights on my ute. They're just a fantastic light. High usable output of light, you know, the distance is amazing. They got a good spread on them. I'm running at the moment 2 pencils. Dan suggested to me 1 pencil and 1 spread, but I like that old school, just being able to see a long distance. And even with the 2 pencil beams, these things have a good spread on them. And yeah, they're just fantastic lights. Words really don't describe how good these lights are. You need to see them in the flesh to be able to appreciate them. You can appreciate a video on the net. Yep, that's cool, you know, they're bright, yep. But until you've got them in front of you and you turn them on, you'll just be blown away. They're insane, absolutely insane.